It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
No cold open today. With apologies to Mr. President Grover Cleveland. But I can't be twisting this camera around while I'm still using this jacked up, messed up camera. So, no cold open. Just getting right into it. Also, I think I'm going to do a short show again today, where I'm going to finish this page. Maybe I'll start the next page, but it's just when I'm on this schedule, it is hard to commit to everything I need to do in the day. In fact, I'm thinking of stuff I've already forgotten to do that I should have done by now. But we're here. Yeah, I haven't done much today. I just woke up a couple hours ago because I'm on this backwards psychotic schedule again for a week. For about 5 more days. I had to, oh, hey, Crimson, how's it going? Crimson's here. So yeah, I think this is going to be another brief little show here. But I'll be on for a while. I've been listening to interviews with the guy who did the paintings for the Goosebump book covers all day. I've just had Goosebumps on my mind lately. I just bought that book, The Art of Goosebumps. So I'm waiting on that, but even though it just came out, it's going to take a month to get here. You and me both. Only for me, it's already 6 p.m. Because I'm working nights. So I'll go into work at 10:30 and I'll get out at 8:30 a.m. Woof. But I still need to get, in the next couple hours, I gotta get some food in me, and I gotta take a shower, among other things. Usually when I'm on this weird schedule, I don't get much more than 3 hours of sleep in a day. It's weird. But today I got some normal sleep. Let me see. I slept from like maybe 10 a.m. till like 3:30. It's still not like a full night's sleep, I'm just realizing. But yeah, I've been trying to make it a point to get all this stuff crammed into my days lately, and today I haven't done anything. And I don't think I'm gonna have much time to squeeze much in. I gotta get back on. I was talking about earlier this week how I signed up for this justice course, this free justice course through Harvard's website. They have like all these free courses you can take. I gotta get back on that. I barely did anything yesterday with it, and then I haven't done anything today with it. I still have like the reading pulled up, but it's mostly video lectures. I guess a lot of reading too. But you didn't get much sleep last night. Had weird dreams. But I got the washing machine loaded up, ready to get the last washing done. Need to place a shopping order. Then I might go back to bed. So tired. Yeah, I was at work yesterday and I was just ready to drop. But what kind of dreams did you have? I had a weird. The most recent dream I remember having, I think I mentioned it on here. I was being chased through town by a tank. And I think it was like right when the Russia war stuff was breaking out. So I think that's kind of what was subconsciously in the back of my mind on that one. I don't even know how to explain what was in the dreams. I like having dreams, but I don't remember them often enough. Like even scary dreams. It's kind of exciting. Yeah. It's like, what do we do with this guy? Do we kill him? I don't think he says, do we kill him? I don't even know if that's what this guy says at all. I only remember bits. Like I was in my garage and had a handheld vacuum full of liquefied human bodies. There was other containers of it, but we don't know who the other people were. We're taking it to dump somewhere. Creepy. But then it was like I was in a very weird video game with people collecting money to unlock things, but I don't know how I was making the money or what I was unlocking. It's always funny how, like, in a lot of dreams, like, your brain just glazes past details like that. Like, don't worry, it's not important. Ooh, I went through. Or, the thing that always surprises me is sometimes, like, I've had plenty of dreams before where it was like, how did I make that up in my dream? Or how did I... It's like I'll do something, I'll come up with some... And I can't think of any examples, so... But I know there's been times where I've had dreams where I, like, actually wrote really good lyrics or something in a dream, or I figured out something that I didn't know in real life, in my waking life, where it was like, how did I think of that? That's always really interesting. But then there's other times where you think you've thought of something profound in your dreams, and then you go to, like, you wake up and you're like, I gotta write this down, and then you're like, that was trash. I remember when I was a teenager, I woke up from a dream, and I thought it was going to be like a brilliant movie. I thought it was a brilliant movie idea, and it was like overwhelming and brilliant, I thought. And then I went to write about it, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. It was like a guy in a tree playing piano, and there all these kids from the neighborhood would come to see him. That was my brilliant, amazing movie idea that I had in a dream. A guy playing piano in a tree. I have no idea why I was having dreams like that. I used to remember my dreams from start to finish, and they would be lucid enough I could control bits of them, but not these days. I don't think I've ever had, like, the lucid dreams where you can kind of command what you're doing so much. Not since I was on those pills and the doctors had me on so many years ago. The interesting the most like lucid dream kind of thing that comes to mind for me is there was a while where I was having like the sleep paralysis stuff, where I would so it started with my mom talking about it. My mom gets very like conspiracy theory kind of like, I don't know, she gets kind of like, she makes profound things out of innocuous things. Like, she's kind of, her imagination runs away with her sometimes, I think. Not so much lately, but there was a while. And so she was talking about how she was having this, she didn't know it was called sleep paralysis, but she was talking about how like she would wake up in the middle of the night and she couldn't move. And then she would like hear weird noises, and she thought it was aliens and stuff, and she didn't know what was going on, and it was freaking. It was happening to her every night, and like, you know, she would talk about this, and I was just like, yeah, Mom, sure, I don't know. Like, I wasn't so sure I believed her. And then my sister started talking about it, and who I thought was a bit more credible on stuff like that at the time. And then I just thought it was strange that it would happen to her right after it started happening to my mom. After my mom started talking about it, at least. And then one night, I like fell asleep watching something. I was lying on the floor, lying flat on my back, and I woke up on the floor, but I couldn't move, and it happened to me, and it had never happened to me before, and then it started happening to me every night. And that's the weirdest thing about it to me, is that like it never happened to me until me or my sister until it happened to my mom, and my mom started talking about it, and then it was happening to all three of us. It just seems really strange. But anyway, it would start happening, and I ended up realizing it would happen to me usually when I was lying flat on my back, all of a sudden. But I would wake up in the middle of the night, and I just simply couldn't move, and it was just terrifying because you couldn't move, and you're trying to scream, you yank yourself out of it, and you're just paralyzed, and which is a really horrifying feeling. And then I would see like a glow at the foot of the bed, and I would hear like this staticky, like loud, like staticky noise, and it was just getting louder and louder and louder. And then you'd feel this ominous presence at the foot of the bed, and like my mom would say, like aliens. I was convinced there was an alien at the foot of the bed, and all I wanted to do was just yank myself out of this paralysis and just get out of there, or do something, anything. And you're trying to scream, trying to yell, trying to do anything. And then after a minute or two, and I really think it was only a minute or two every time, but it feels really long, I would, you know, you're trying to scream and stuff, and then eventually it's just like, but and then all of a sudden you can move, and then there's nothing there. But it was like the glow that I think kind of like triggered all the rest of everything. It was like I would have a TV on at the foot of my bed or something at the time. I almost never would sleep with a TV on or something on like that, but and I'm wondering if that had something to do with it. But or no, because it was probably my computer screen, which is not something different. But yeah, because then the static might have made sense to me if it was the TV, but it wasn't. Anyway, but it started happening to me every night, and then after a while of it happening every night, it was like if I could roll my eyes, I would have been rolling my eyes once I woke up. Because it was just like, oh great, this again, and it's like it became kind of like a lucid dreamy kind of thing where it was like I would just kind of like relax until, and then just periodically try to like see if it went away. It was just like annoying at this point. And but and also at this point I wasn't getting the weird like creepy environmental stuff like the noise and the lights and the ominous presence, but that was a big part of it for like weeks of it happening every night. Yeah, like I mean, and this is even after hearing my mom and my sister describe it, but it was like the first 24 times it happened to me, 3 times it happened to me. It was terrifying. Like it was like hell. But then after a while it was just like it was like I knew what was happening right away, and it was like, all right, let's get this over with, and then you'd finally like pop out of it. And my sister, when it was happening to her, and I don't think it happened to her for very long. Oh, you say, knowing my luck, it would happen and I'd be covered in spiders or something, and I'd end up having a heart attack. Yeah, sometimes it wasn't even just static noise. It was like the noise that would really like freak me out because it was so loud. And like sometimes it was like it just sounded like an airplane taking off right next to my head or something, or like buzz saws. I always had like the noise thing, and then just an ominous presence at the foot of the bed that I couldn't quite see, or like a silhouette or something. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my sister, when it was happening to her, and I don't think it happened to her very often or long, but she started talking about it at school one day, and then like after the class, a girl came up to her and was like, "Thank you for talking about that, because that's been happening to me, and I thought I was possessed or something. I didn't know what was going on. I was terrified. I was afraid to even tell anybody." But yeah. And it eventually stopped happening, but once in a while it'll kind of happen a little bit, but it never any of the scary stuff anymore. It's always just like, oh, I can't move. and then it's not even that long, as long as it used to be, which, like I say, was probably only a couple of minutes at a time. But if it ever happens to me lately, it seems like it's only like seconds. Oh, shadow beings are common with sleep-related stuff. Yeah, that's what I was seeing that when I was looking into it at the time. Shadow beings known as hat men. A lot have linked them with alien abductions too. Yeah, like for me, I remember there being like a large-headed silhouette figure on a couple occasions, like a large, like bulb-headed, like kind of like the Mars Attacks aliens, but taller. Like that's kind of what I was seeing, or getting the impression of, at least. And like I'm sure that like that's where a lot of people's notions of aliens come from, is stuff like that. It's weird that it seems like the kinds of figures that people see, it's often very similar to one another's experience. Yeah, like those gray aliens. Like I think that's where the concept of those kind of comes from. Not all alien visits abduct. Maybe they put these comics in your mind. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, hey, a new person. My comic, it's called Bonehead. Is Bonehead even on this page? He is not. Let me see. Here's Bonehead. My comic is called Bonehead. It's about this this buck-toothed skeleton guy who works at a poison factory. He's kind of a goof off, and he decides at the beginning of this story that he's going to start getting his life together. So he's going for a promotion. He's going to ask his girlfriend to marry him, and then he finds out that the poison factory he works at, here's the owner of the poison factory, Denton Crux. He finds out that then Bonehead finds out that the owners of the factory are closing they're going to close the factory, which is going to mess up all his future plans. So he steals the top secret project that they're working on, so they can't close the factory, but it gets him launched into this big sci-fi interplanetary fiasco. So I usually try to get on here and draw about a page a day. Right now, yesterday and today, I'm doing a bit less. I started this page yesterday and I'm finishing it today. And I don't think I'm going to do much more than that. Oh, and also, these characters, the main characters of this story, on my YouTube channel, which is called Wrangleshank, just like the Twitch channel. I have a 16-minute cartoon of Bonehead that I made, a couple years ago, where I do all the voices. I drew it all. It's just called Bonehead Pilot, that I made for fun a couple years ago. So if you want to kind of get the, it's not so much the gist of this story at all, but it's kind of a gist of the characters and sort of the idea. There's that. Is this a printed? Oh, so this is going to be a 250-page graphic novel. I'm about 150 pages in. This says 138, but I'm probably getting close to 160. And this is my first real comic that I'm making, so I'm kind of learning by doing here on YouTube and Twitch. And once I ink it all and color it and all that, I'll try pitching it to some comic book publishers. And if that doesn't pan out, I'll probably do a crowdfunding or something. We'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't come to crowdfunding, because that sounds like a lot of work. But I'd really like to have a physical book of this someday. That's the goal. And then I'll start my next book, which will probably not be Bonehead, but something else. Oh, wait. That's when you push streaming. Have stream goals and get people following and subbing. And have donations and stuff. Oh, like when I'm like running the campaign? I've watched a lot of people like do Kickstarter or Indiegogo campaigns for graphic novels in the past, maybe past 7 years or so. I've followed a lot of them, and I really liked following those campaigns and stuff, but like, and usually they had, like, those artists had a YouTube channel where they were promoting it every day and talking about it and like talking about the process of it, and it just seems like so involved. Like it just consumes your life, which if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But if I could, I would rather put it in the hands of a publisher. All that like marketing and printing stuff and getting it into people's hands. if you're needing money to publish, you can have that as a goal. If you have a community, you'll be surprised how much people help. Yeah. Set up a Discord for your community. Make friends with fellow artists. Yeah, I was talking to you about that, Crimson, before. It's like I see these opportunities where I can really like kind of promote this channel and do some good for it, and I'm just kind of like opting not to sometimes because I'm too nervous about it. But for no good reason. But we'll get there. I'll push myself eventually. Ooh, stray line. Let me see. Let me fix that in a second here. I found a pretty decent white pen sitting at the back of my drawer. Well, I thought it was decent. It's hard. It's hard to put yourself out there, but if you raid streamers, you follow. That's a good way to get follows. And if they realize you're new and aiming for affiliate, you can get there a lot faster with new friends and follows from other streamers. So what is affiliate anyway? I know my friend Kat, who I usually put in the links on the description, she does game and art streams. At least she was. I'm not sure if she's currently doing them, because I know she just got a new job herself. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think she became an affiliate, but I don't know what that means. In your creator dashboard, I think it is you have achievements to hit from views and follows. Yeah, there's. I think the current thing it wants me to do is get 5 people chatting on the stream at once. I've had 4. Oh, and then in the emails I get, it's got like a bunch of little goals that it says, like, you want to have this, like 50 followers, and the ones that are strictly on me, like, I think I nailed immediately, because they're all about like stream 8 days in a row, and I did that like 8 days in. And then stream for 50 hours, which I I blew that away a long time ago. I think the most important is to stay as truly to yourself. If you start to sell yourself, you can lose your credibility. And I like that sentiment because I feel like that's my inclination. I just try to, sometimes I'm just boring old me, but otherwise I'm just trying to do goofy, fun little stuff. Like usually I have a Grover Cleveland finger puppet open the show, and I was trying to do more goofy little animations and things like that, but I'm waiting on a new computer before I can more faithfully do that. But I like trying to make a fun little show out of it sometimes. But I'm not trying to, like, I don't know, I don't want to be like, hey everybody, like, I don't know. I'm not, I don't like being a salesman or I don't know. My mind doesn't naturally go to that. I'd rather try and put together a cool little, like, indie little show. Oh look, Volkish. Hiya. Oh wait, I have lost respect for streamers who started to get money hungry. Yeah. I hear you. You can still have a goal for publishing without a set end date. Are you talking about like a feature on Twitch? I feel like I've seen something like that. People do like to help, but don't have to be. Or you don't have to be. I hit affiliate within 10 days of my first stream. What? Wasn't trying, didn't want it, but I had people trying for me. That's really cool. And I still get people asking when they can sub and stuff. Can people not just see? I don't get. I feel like Twitch has too much going on with it. Like I subscribed, or I added my friend, but apparently I'm not subscribed, and I get like little notifications like, "Here's a thing for a free sub." I'm like, I thought I was subscribed. Lost my stream. There it is. People can follow you from the start. Wait. Yeah, some have goals on their streams. I've seen people have goals for paying off their speeding tickets. People can follow you from the start. That doesn't make you money. You have to be affiliate to make money. Oh, right. You have to pay to subscribe each month. Okay. And paying for a sub gets you emotes and sub badges. And what's the function of those? What do you do with that? Like, what are the emotes and badges? Should I care about that? I feel like I'm 50 years old. Explain emotes to me like I'm 50 years old. No. Once affiliate people can give bits, sub gifts to other people, and if 3 different people give bits or subs, you get a hype train. So much lingo. Which encourages people to complete the levels by flooding you with bits and subs. Sounds fun. Badges are what you see next to your name in chat. Badges are what you see next to your name in chat. Oh, like next to the pic, like in the bot. No, I don't know. Some have monthly ones, some have them every 3 months, and the longer that you're subbed, the more badges, the more that badge changes. Why do we need hype trains, emotes, etc.? Just buy the comics. Ooh, I like that. I like that. How about that? Emotes you get depending on how many subs you have, depends on how many emotes you end up with. Please new, so I'm just explaining what can happen. Yeah, like you say, I feel like Twitch is so involved. It's like you gotta learn a language to, and then when I go on it, it just looks like the website threw up on my screen. I'm not a fan of Twitch and their design and the way they, I don't know, I feel like it's just too cluttered and too much going on. But like I always say, Twitch has been way better to me than YouTube in a lot of ways. Like I get all my interaction, most of my interaction out of Twitch, and I get new subs like way, or new followers or something way more frequently, or at least I see them way more frequently. Like on YouTube, I'll get subscribers and not even know about it. Or if I try to see who my subscribers are, it won't show me most of them. These are emotes. They're usually based on the streamer. More often than not, they have hype, cry, love, high, wave styles. Okay. YouTube is free to sub, but Twitch you pay to sub. Uh-huh. Like I do think it's I don't know, there's like a tackiness to monetizing your audience sometimes, like not necessarily I guess, but like I'm a little leery to try and do that. I was trying to design some shirts a while back, but probably before I even started YouTubing, but I didn't even want to pitch them to the to the YouTube audience because it didn't I don't know, just felt kind of grubby and weird. more things, emotes. Some like these come from hype trains. I'll give you a follow to get you more to your affiliate. Well, thank you. I don't know what I'm going to do if I do. But basically, Twitch grants or wants you to be an affiliate and get subs because they make money from it. Okay. A cooking streamer I used to enjoy and become friends with was so humble in the beginning. Then they started to get greedy, but had sub goals every stream and bit goals for new kitchen stuff, expensive stuff. What would I do goals for? I guess, like you said, publishing goals. Yeah. And for, let's see, the more she got, the higher the cost of things and the more she pushed for money. But she got so bad she was charging people to play sounds, had sub-only chats, so you had to sub to talk. That's going too far in my book. Yeah. But if you get a good community, you would be surprised how much people want to help. Just the right people. Just need the right people and won't even have to have goals. You can just say you're aiming to get published and they'll want to help. Yeah, like, see, I'd be more inclined to like I'd want to, I don't know, I'd feel more inclined to, I would want to give somebody something tangible if they're paying me money. Even for, you know, if what they're paying for is to help get this book funded for publishing or something. Like I'd want to give art away or something. Oh, okay. Have to go to sleep. Good night, and have a good day. See you later. Good to have you. Thanks for stopping by. And I just got the email. Thanks for following. Appreciate you. See? Twitch seems to be my best place for a growing audience. I'm surprised how little interaction I get out of YouTube because I was never really watching Twitch streams. I was always watching YouTube streams of artists doing this kind of thing. And I thought I would get some kind of attention there, if anything. And it was kind of like I would get followers and occasionally get somebody commenting on it, but it's very few and far between on YouTube for me so far. And then when I started dual streaming to Twitch, it's like suddenly I was getting attention on my videos. People like to interact with you when you're live. Yeah, and I kind of like that. Sometimes it drags out a page a bit much. Sometimes where I end up talking more than drawing. It seems like, but but it is nice to have like an audience actually engage with you. It feels less like you're just like deluding yourself, like pretending people are interested in what you're doing. Rating helps. You said rating earlier. Oh wait. Yes, you will. You can link your YouTube in your profile so they see you here and go there and follow too. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I should probably put a link for YouTube in the profile, right? Yeah. I was thinking in the video description, but I usually put the same description in my YouTube videos. Profile would be a good idea. From rating people. A lot of time people just come just to talk with you and hang out with you. You just type raid name of streamer. What is it though? I have also added you to my auto host list, so anyone who goes to my page will see you streaming now and see you in my suggested to watch streamers. Well, thank you. That's not even a thing I knew you could do. You're like a fountain of Twitch information. I also have your Twitch linked, and my streamers to watch on my Discord. You are a true friend. Raid means you finish your stream and take yourself and anyone watching to someone else to watch. Okay, I've heard of that. Basically, it's like taking your viewers and dropping them off to someone else. So yeah, it just like dumps into the next thing after your stream ends. Like it just kind of auto directs them there. That's cool. Time is it? 7 o'clock. I like to help. I'm not a pro, but I have some knowledge. But if it helps with your dream of having your book, then I'll help if I can. You're too good to me. And I don't know if I'm gonna. I just remembered. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it this week while I'm doing these weird shifts, but I recently got some pages scanned that I want to try and figure out my process for coloring them. So I'm gonna. Oh, went into that brick. So I'm gonna try figuring out how I want to set up my coloring stuff. That's gonna be fun. Oh, what love's here? We all need a little help sometimes. Yeah. when you have something as deep and as, what's the word? I don't know. Many faced as Twitch, I definitely need help figuring it out. You stream often enough to get a good following. I just need to get your feet in the water. BT Bap was here before streams, and looks like he does comics too. Oh, cool. I will check them out. I never look at these people's channels, though. I think I looked at yours, Crimson, and I think you didn't have anything up. You've told me that, but you're trying to get into streaming again soon. And follow backs are totally up to you, but it's a good way to make friends and branch out. Yeah. It's like an addiction looking at him drawing. I don't know why. That's nice to hear. I'm glad this is enjoyable to watch. So I almost feel like I don't know. I still get this. Oh, because I called this this video, at least on YouTube right now, but I'll put it on my Twitch upload after the fact. It's called Fraud, and then the artwork, the thumbnail art is a picture of an artist doing a painting, and that's how I feel. I feel like I've got this fraud complex, like they're gonna find out I'm not really an artist. Even though I draw every day. Yeah, What Love doesn't stream, I knew that. Learning Wrangle the way. Oh yeah, she's teaching me. My English is kind of bad. That's a badge too. What is the little dino thing in front of my name? I don't see it. I just see, though I think I did see it earlier, but I don't see it. Are you here? Let's see. Where are you from, if I may ask? Australia. Canada, but born in France. Planning to do a clay stream Friday afternoon night. And people claim I'm an artist and a chef and all that, but I'm not. No, you are. You, I was looking at your Instagram. You've got, I was impressed. I was like, I don't know. This, like not only do you have, like, good looking food, but you have good photography of that food. And then I really liked your clay stuff. You're really good. Like, better than I was anticipating you being. If you'll forgive me for saying something like that. But but I was pretty impressed. Wait, did I read this? Oh yeah. Patchwork walls. Oh, and then there's the carpet here. I didn't finish this guy's leg either. I gotta make sure I'm on screen sometimes, because if I don't think about it, I just wander away. I wander off screen. So my roommates who are in Israel right now, they're there for a wedding, which was yesterday. And now they're just kind of bumming around for the next few days. My roommate, my buddy Tyler, he sent me this morning. He said, "Guess where we just shopped?" And sent me this picture. The black market. And then he was sending me a picture of Mediterranean Bazooka Joe. I don't know. I should ask him. Let me see if I can tell. Tobacco. I see booze. Maybe lottery tickets. Vape is a word I recognize. Puff paint. Lighters. Human organs. Illegal fireworks. The good stuff. Drugs, 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 drugs. Okay. Let's see. I want that to continue there. And then I need just a couple more bricks, I think. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'll panel the next page because I haven't inked the panels. And then I'll call it a stream. because I still gotta eat and shower and then get ready for work. I could use a new body. Yeah. Yeah, my dad just got his knee replaced, which you know. But my knees always bug me. My dad's knees didn't bug him till his like mid to late 40s, and he used to play softball all the time and stuff like that. And he thinks it's from in his 20s when he used to sand floors for a living, and he'd be on his knees all the time. But my knees bug me about as much as his did 10, like 20 years ago, almost. And that kind of freaks me out because I don't want to get my knees replaced. Certainly not in the next 15 years. He's doing good. They were telling him to like practice walking and kind of push himself, and then he did, but then he overdid it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that'll happen," and then he was like couch bound, but he's still trying to like work him up, though he's like worse off right now than he was shortly after the surgery. But he's working on his like flexibility and stuff like that. Let's see. He's still walking around though. Physiocrin. I feel like I've heard of that. I'm gonna open up a tab and put that in there. Physiocrin. Where's my stream? There it is. I swear by it for my. Oh, you're talking about for me. I think. Right? For my. Yeah, maybe I could use that. I don't. I'm the last person I ever think of doing any favors for. Like, I'll let my hygiene go. I'll let my pain go on and on and on, and I just ignore it. So yeah, I should probably look into something. There's a fine line with healing from joint surgery. Yeah, that's what he's finding out. Yeah, even him. Not cheap, but it's really good. I feel like I've seen that before somewhere. Yeah, it's a little expensive. Not tragically so, I suppose. Okay, I think I'm gonna ink the pan. Ooh, big chunk. I think I'm gonna ink the panels on the next page and then end the stream. It has pain relief, anti-inflammatory, and helps with bruising. You know what? as numbing. A few years ago, I was trying out not exactly a keto diet, but I was doing low carb out of the blue. I was giving it a shot because I would hear people talk about it, and it sounded like a good idea. And it was like a week in. Just one day I realized that where's my ruler? Where is my ruler? Oh, here it is. I realized because all throughout college I also had back pain. And when I started doing and I didn't keep up with it. I really should. I was just trying to. It was kind of a loose low carb diet. But for the most part, I was pretty good about it. But there were some things where I would break it. But it was like within a week, one day I just realized, oh, my back hasn't been bothering me. And then I was like, wait, my knees haven't been bothering me. That's interesting. I was like, why would that have happened? Why would that have happened? I was like, oh, maybe the low carb. I was like, that was the only thing I could think of that kind of had changed. And it's like eventually, like after a couple months, I went back to my like normal diet. My back never started bothering me again. My knees kind of quickly started to, though, again. But it was uncanny. It was like a week in. I was like, surely it couldn't be that, but because I just started it. But I couldn't think of any other reason why all of a sudden my back pain and my knee pain went away. And I've heard other like miraculous kind of things coming about just cutting carbs. It is very hard to keep up with for me anyway. I really like chips and candy. So if I keep it to dark chocolate, I could do that. Dark chocolate isn't as rich or bad for you. I don't think it's the best for you, probably, but it's better than sitting around eating chocolate all day, which I would do. I'm a chocolate fiend. You can get low carb versions. They just don't taste that good. Yeah. You can have cauliflower fries instead of potato ones. That sounds depressing. Yeah, some of the like the alternatives and solutions, it's just like, I don't want that. There's some low carb meals on my Insta that I posted, but my low carb chocolate mousse tastes good. Ooh. Right now I have this thing that flies in the face of any low carb decisions I'm trying to live by, because I get HelloFresh, and while they have some low carb meals, I feel like most of them are very high carb. It's like usually the one with all the potatoes and fries grab my attention the most. It seems like. But I wouldn't have expected them to have more low carb options. But I really like HelloFresh. There's also probably other services that cater to keto diets a lot better. You said your cauliflower fries were good. Steamed the cauliflower, drained all the water out. Whoops. Where'd it go? Drained all the water out, mashed it, added garlic and onion powder, egg, and some tapioca flour. Spread it on a tray and set it in the freezer. Then cut them into fingers, rolled them in tapioca flour blended with spices and herbs, and shallow fried them. Even my mom liked them. Ooh, and Parmesan cheese. Yeah. Oh, you're making me hungry. She enjoys all the food I make. You've seen what I make. Yeah. It looks good. Do you where do you get your recipes? Do you get them from somewhere, or is it creations, or are they like classic things? Probably a combination, right? Let's see. And then I use the same pen for any of the sound effects. This guy's playing a video game. Bleep, bloop. I've been given, oops, I'm off screen, a lot of recipes over the years that I changed to suit how I cook my flavors. Yeah, like there's this recipe I go to for jambalaya. It's like on allrecipes.com or whatever, but I always kind of like tailor it to my liking. I really love Cajun stuff. Ooh, you're making a recipe book of your recipes. I was hoping to have it finished so I had something to leave behind. I like that. There's this idea I have where I don't know if I've talked. I'm sure I've talked about it on here at some point, but where my mom does paintings, and then she writes poems, and a lot of times she writes poems for her paintings, like to go with the paintings. And one of my goals is to make a collection, if only just for like me and my siblings or the grandkids, like just make a handful for the family. I really want to have a book published with, like, get like some high quality scans of all her paintings and get her to collect her poems so I can put them all together in a book. I want to like make a big hardbound book of my mom's artwork. I think that'd be amazing. Yeah, I for Christmas I gave her like a calligraphy set, and I got her all these like pads of paper to like write on, and yeah, I got her stuff. I told her I wanted her to make a collection of her poetry, all like written in calligraphy and stuff, because I don't think, because I think all her poems are just like randomly written in like little prayer books and stuff, or like they might be like taped to the back of some of her paintings, but they're all over the place. Great stuff for an artist. And she's been drawing her whole life, but she started painting maybe 20 years ago. Yeah. And I don't know. She's just got a lot of cool stuff. But she never did it for a living or anything. Or I mean, she never really did anything with her art before. So I think it'd be a really great gift to get it all collected and presented like a nice presentation, and just give her a book of her artwork someday. I think that would be amazing. Anyway, it is time for me to probably take a shower before anything else. And I'll work on this page tomorrow. Definitely get them together. Keep the originals safe and print them. Yeah, and she's starting to do some that she's like giving away to people, and I don't have, like, I think she always tries to get pictures of them, but do I have someone to raid? I don't know. Let me see. No. Who do I follow on here? Jonan Vasquez? But I don't. Oh, wait. Following anyone that's online now? I have no idea. Let me see. Wrangleshank. How do I get back to my channel? There it is. I'm looking for someone that does art if you want. Yes, online and streaming currently. It's thinking. No, I follow 3 people so far, and they're all offline. Should be a list on the left of your Twitch. Yeah. So I follow 3 people, and they're all offline. I have someone who does art if you want. Sure. You say, well, it's up to you, but if you want to try rating, just type here. Let's do it. Raid Pock Fad. Like that. I probably didn't have to do it to YouTube as well, but don't forget the, yeah. Did I do that right? Like all one word like that? Or do I do a space? And when you get there, just say hi and they'll... Wait, do it. I do it in the comments? Oh, wait, why did it only do it to... It only did it to YouTube. What the... It says all. Here, I think, everything's moving too fast. Hey, I don't see it either. Copy. I think I have to do it this way. It says invalid username, PocFad. Does it have to be one word? Is it maybe because of the space? You get a pop-up saying you're rating them, and a timer will count down. It'll give you an option to raid now or wait till the line ends. Let me see. Paste. Oh, it's with an H. Boom. One viewer. Right now. And then do I just end? I think I did it. I think I did it. All right. Then in that case, I'm out. Go watch PocFad. And I'll take a look too. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Crimson. We'll see you next time.